Haley drops $2 billion announcement on United Nations. No longer. President Trump has not been shy about showing his total contempt for the UN. On the campaign trail in 2016, Trump criticized the UN for its utter weakness and incompetence. This is a feeling shared by many Americans who resent seeing our tax dollars going to fund an organization that pays for two-bit dictators to come to our country and lecture us about what America is doing wrong. During his first speech at the UN in New York last year, Trump told the assembly that they should focus more on people, less on bureaucracy. Trump practiced what he preached and committed to keeping the promise that so many past presidents failed to keep by recognizing Jerusalem as the true capital of Israel. 120 nations in the UN responded by condemning the U.S.'s decision. Trump then made a $285 million cut in the United Nations 2018 budget, and is now taking those cuts even further. From AP, the United States will no longer shoulder more than a quarter of the multi-billion-dollar costs of the United Nations peacekeeping operations, Washington's envoy said Wednesday. Peacekeeping is a shared responsibility, U.S. Ambassador Nikki Haley said at a Security Council debate on peacekeeping reform. All of us have a role to play, and all of us must step up. The U.S. is the biggest contributor, assessed about 28.5% of this year's $7.3 billion peacekeeping budget. The UN's methods of peacekeeping are often questionable at best. During the conflict in Bosnia in the early 1990s, the peacekeepers denied an arms request to fighters in the town of Srebrenica. 8,000 civilians were killed when the Serbs invaded. Another major failing of the UN peacekeeping organization was not doing more to prevent the 1994 Rwandan genocide that left up to 1 million people dead. It was then discovered in 1999 that the UN had prior knowledge that the genocide was going to happen. The inquiry also uncovered that the UN would not immediately intervene once the genocide began. In one particularly horrifying case, the peacekeeping forces deserted a school where civilians were taking shelter and hundreds inside were immediately massacred. U.S. tax dollars have been funding these disasters for far too long, and the days of taking orders from the incompetent UN are over thanks to President Trump. Are you tired of winning, folks? We're not tired of winning, and then they have the audacity to preach to us. No, they are not peacekeepers. They're the opposite of peacekeepers. They're allowing for all this to take place. So I say get rid of the UN altogether. It's unnecessary. It's totally unnecessary. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.